Oh, this could be the S guard. Whoa.
Come to think of it, I think so far throughout the bracket, Castle has only dropped 2 games total, one to Superstriker and one to Bankai, who we just saw lose the set to Superstriker in losers finals to take 3rd place. So we'll have to see if that continues. Game 1, here we go. I want to say this is potentially a button check, a lag check, but with these characters, yeah, I don't really know. No, it's not. We are playing the game. All right. Yep, they were just feeling each other out, trying to see what the neutral was looking like. Castle with the rare Mythra coming out at the beginning of the set here. Oh, the Foresight providing an opportunity to punish as well. Yeah, it's just we do not see Castle pull out the Mythra very often. Usually they tend to stay with Pyra throughout the tournament, but now we'll have to see how this Mythra pays off. You do have better frame data, better movement speed, better ability to make the punishes. Of course, you don't get as much per hit, but when you're not trying to find the stock, that may just be better to just be faster. Castle actually going in there, but it does not pay off. We're already back into the Pyra here. Oh, right back into the Mythra. Never mind, to make the recovery and rack up some damage while we're at it. Castle just trying to like throw out these moves, just trying to put anything in Superstriker's way, Sonic's way here. Navigating over the side B with the homing attack too. That homing attack actually stalling your momentum is a huge tool for Superstriker in this matchup because, as we were talking about before, Sonic struggles to slow down and change directions at times, but homing attack does just totally halt your momentum if you can pull it out in the air, and that is sometimes enough. Oh, the Prominence Revolt there actually covering just enough ground to prevent a punish. Sonic's back to playing this distance game out. Does have the lead. This is something we did not see super often in their earlier winners finals set. Generally throughout it, Castle was the one in the lead, and Sonic's Superstriker was having to constantly aggress, could not play that keep away game. But we are not seeing that now. Superstriker has a comfortable lead percentage wise, and it's just playing that safe keep away game, not really engaging a whole lot. That homing attack though, that wasn't super safe. Castle finding the punish off of it there, but not able to keep this. Oh, okay, retaliating off of that. Big whiff punish there. That is going to cost Superstriker a stock. So now, despite that lead we were talking about just a moment ago, Castle right back into the driver's seat. Never mind a huge whiff. Superstriker punishing that with the back air. We're back to even stocks, relatively even percentage here, at least for a moment. Castle is just advancing the game state faster than I can keep up with. 50% just finding hit after hit. Wait, what happened there? So Superstriker actually went through the Pyra side B with that spin dash. I'm going to have to guess that was before the full hitbox was out, and it was just a little too low. Excellent forward smash to catch the landing as well, dropping off with the back air. I'm not sure if Castle can make it back from that low. They cannot. Superstriker right back at it now with a lead of their own, and this is that moment where you're going to see Superstriker want to start to stay away and focus on playing safe, force their opponent to approach. I would not be surprised. Oh no, Superstriker is trying to go in, make something happen. Castle content to play off of that platform for at least the moment, but it's just not really working out for them right now. Superstriker is getting to pick and choose their moments and when they want to go in, and it is making things fairly difficult for Castle here. This Superstriker is just really leaning into the safe play. I feel like this last couple of matches for Superstriker, from Steven's Terry to Bankai's DK and now to this, have really instilled the, boy, I need to play as safe as humanly possible into some of these characters that can just blow me up with a look. And that is what we're seeing play out right now. Superstriker just wants nothing to do with interacting with this character. Finally, a few light touches just gently nudge Castle off stage, and Superstriker capitalizes on that split second, catching the air dodge of the forward smash to take game one. And you know, you got to say, I mean, as much as you want to, I know some people they want to hate on Sonic for that super safe play in the neutral, but you cannot deny that Superstriker is willing to go out there and find the big hits once they've got that advantage state established. So, you know, there's definitely, this is not just a, Superstriker is not really trying to time you out unless you're trying to time them out back. They are willing to throw in those big moves, try to take those stocks when you make mistakes. So let's see where we're going for game 2. Already we're locked back in here. Let's see. Where are we headed? I mean, Lila, this is a stage I don't think we've seen all night, so that's interesting. The triple platform layout with both of them being fairly close to the ground, that, you know, just might be what Castle needs to make this work, or what Castle needs to make this work here. It is going to be a little trickier for Superstrikers to play the keep away game here, or not. I mean, you know, sometimes I think a thing and it's not correct. Right now, it seems like Superstriker is having no problem maintaining distance, and Castle may be struggling a little bit to get in and find those big hits. The side B not going to land there. Superstriker just content to just wait it out. Like, come to me. I'm not going over there. Great. Pyro, the one getting grabbed out of that side B setup. Way out there with the back air as well. The shift to Mythra, not enough. The side B comes out a little bit too low to click the ledge. Superstriker running away now with a lead, and now it's going to be up to Castle to try to bridge that gap. Oh, going way out there for the Flame Nova, but it's not quite going to land. Just out of the way. Superstriker trying to find those deadly aerial follow-ups off stage for those early kills. Not quite going to catch Castle this time, but something that Castle needs to look out for. Wow, the pressure there from the spin dash, and Castle needs to find a way to get in. Needs to find a way to find a hit. That side B is going to do it. Another solid chunk of percentage there. Catches Superstriker holding shield for a little bit too long. The grab follow-up isn't a ton for Pyra, but it's better than not getting any damage at all. But just like that, a little bit too confident in that neutral, and you give that mistake up that Superstriker is looking for, and bam! Comboed right off the side of the stage there with the forward air. Superstriker now 2 stocks of advantage and counting. Oh, a little too antsy there to get to the side B, let it go just a little too soon. But Superstriker still maintaining the stock, still holding on to everything they have racked up here. Just little chip damage, little combos, keep Castle frustrated. That is the game plan. Castle, on the other hand, just trying to find any mistake, any opportunity to find a hit. Superstriker, look at that. Spin dash from one side, spin dash to the other. Very committed to this game plan. Did a spike to up air, though. Castle finally finds that one opening, that one hit, and it does combo into taking the stock at that percentage. Not going to find anything off of that flame, though, or the side B on shield there. Going to have to be very careful about that. It's twice now they've tried to, I guess, line up a grab off of that, and it hasn't quite worked out. We do see the Mythra come out for a moment here for the recovery. But not enough to make a difference there. Superstriker finding the back air to take game 2 with a 2-stock lead. And it's starting to look like we might be seeing the bracket reset here. Superstriker looking very, very strong on this rematch set. All right, game 3 just going right back, it looks like. Directly back to Lilat. Let's see if Castle has an adaptation in mind or some kind of strategy to deal with this. Prominence revolt, or not Prominence, that's the side B. I can never remember I can remember the name of the Flame Nova because it's easy. Prominence revolt because it's one of the bigger kill moves. The side B Has a name. I can't remember it. Wow, already off stage. The Fair's the spring to find a third one. Superstriker finding that stock super early, pushing that advantage for everything they could get out of it. And Castle already now a stock down. And that opens up so much time for Superstriker to play this safe gameplay and just rack up that percentage. You saw 3 consecutive back airs off stage and an attempt at the forward air as well. A lot of percentage racked up just off of that alone. A side B from Castle does finally hit home. That big flaming pinwheel, racking up a little bit of damage, providing a bit of an obstacle for Superstriker to get over. I have to say, it does feel like the stage lineup isn't really providing Castle with a whole lot of benefits here. Superstriker just maneuvering around the stage layout so well. Does get grabbed here, though. This could be a tricky situation, but the spacing just isn't there from Castle. Not able to find anything off of the Flame Nova either. That shield got real small, but just wasn't enough to kill. And now another huge spin dash. Superstriker trying to find a follow-up for the kill. The side B is going to block off that option, but it's starting to feel like only a matter of time, a matter of inevitability, before Superstriker is able to find this stock. Even the back air way across the stage, follow up with the runoff forward air as well. Superstriker now 2 stocks up at 150%. 1 up air at that percentage from Pyra is enough to take a stock away. So still a full stock advantage to work with, but at least you're not looking at the potential of a 3 stock here on the bracket reset in Grands. And now Superstriker definitely slowing things down a little bit, playing a little bit safer of a game plan. Oh, a really charged that homing attack, though, is going to actually lose the momentum there. It's taking a fairly sizable punish, but that forward smash from Castle just does not find the hit. Now, Castle trying to use that side B to just wall off and prevent Superstriker from playing this game plan, but there's just so many ways for Superstriker to get around it. And when Superstriker doesn't have to approach, they can just wait it out. If it's not going to hit them, they can just sit there and continue to spin dash charge and wait for it to go away. And you just cannot keep that wall up time up long enough to stop Superstriker from just getting in immediately afterwards. And that is definitely providing a fair amount of difficulty here for Castle. Castle just not able to find the hit. You're seeing a couple of specific interactions repeat themselves fairly frequently here. The waiting out the Pyra side B with the spin dash into charge homing attack that doesn't quite land, but doesn't provide Pyra with an opening either. Castle going so low out there at the Flame Nova, it does not connect. It could have been dangerous for either party, but both of them going to make it back to the stage okay. That pinwheel of flame going to block off that ledge one more time. Huge up B from Castle, though, does finally catch Superstriker out of a junk. It is at least down to the last stock apiece, but if Castle can't find something huge to turn this around right now before Superstriker finds even so much as a fair or bear in the wrong place, this is going to go to the bracket reset. That side B just in the right place to stop that follow-up there. Superstriker going to be repelled at exactly the right moment. 45% now. I mean, the percentage is racking up, but can Castle do it? Big grab. Superstriker now off stage. Flame Nova not going to connect, but Castle is trying to find these bigger, safer moves to shut down Superstriker's game plan. We do have 3 minutes left. It's not out of the realm of possibility that we could see a timeout here, but Castle is closing the gap percentage-wise pretty quick. The jabs on ledge even almost killing. That homing attack is going to do it, though. That Flame Nova just did not connect. Gave plenty of time to charge that homing attack up, and Superstriker is going to take the 3-0 to set up the bracket reset in Grand Finals. And this is a stark difference from what we saw in the earlier winners semifinal set. In the early winners semifinal set, we definitely saw it be much more of an uphill battle for Superstriker. They were having difficulty even getting a lead to begin with, let alone playing it out. But so far this set, they've been able to get an early lead fairly consistently by pressing that advantage state and then just play that keep away game for the rest of the match. And Castle is just having trouble trying to lock that down. So we'll have to see if this reset changes things. Castle might be taking a moment here to think things out, come up with a game plan, Superstriker definitely seems to be at the peak of their game right now, which I tell you what, Grand Finals is a great place to be at the peak of your game. To wait and see where exactly they are going for the bracket reset. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up back on PS2. All right, here we go. Game 1 of the bracket reset. And we are back to PS2. All right. I think we did see this be probably the closest match out of the 3 for the original set of Grand Finals here. So makes sense to come back to this for the bracket reset. I gotta say, the side B dash in doesn't seem to be working out for Castle. We've seen it a couple of times now, and all it seems to happen is Castle gets grabbed for it. I don't think you can grab while you're waiting for the sword to return, and that really just doesn't seem to be. There's not enough time there to really find another option, and Sonic Superstrikers is just finding, even just finding a grab off of it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but in a character that can chip damage you away with those smaller moves and then just use that to play keep away until they can force you into bigger mistakes they can punish. That can be dangerous. Oh, wow. Castle finding exactly the right punish when they needed to, though. Holding that forward smash out for an eternity, knowing exactly where Superstriker was going to end up, and that stock goes over to Castle first. Now Superstriker is going to have to, once again, play a little bit more aggressive to get back in. Having to switch to Pyro here, or Mythra here, Castle needing to find a way to make that recovery. Not able to make it the second time. Superstriker out there with the forward air to even things up, and it's to a 0-0 % game on stock 2. This gives Superstriker a way to reestablish that lead, but only if they can get out of this pressure right now. Castle racked up so much damage off of that side B confirm. Hit the grab, hitting another side B, just so much damage racking up here from Castle. Castle definitely feeling like they've got a little more of a read on what Superstriker wants to do here. Castle just trying to find these hits again. Still, playing the aggressive game. You still, at the end of the day, do need to make life difficult for Sonic and prevent him from just charging spin dash and doing stuff with it. The Prominence Revolt comes up the wrong direction, but since Prominence Revolt has such a large hitbox, it doesn't matter. It hits anyways. Not enough to kill, not enough to significantly influence the match, but every little hit matters in these matchups. The side B, the last frame of that is going to knock Superstriker away. Oh, that platform's a bad spot to be trapped on. Sliding off, Superstriker finding the punish with the up smash to capitalize on the slide off of that platform there. And now Castle finding themselves once again a stock down, but for how long? That down air nearly killing on its own. The roll dash, spin dash did not make it back onto the stage. That is going to be a stock gone for Superstriker. We are down to 1 stock apiece. This match has been so even, but Castle is starting to figure out these habits. When the spin dash isn't online, Superstriker's movements are starting to become a little bit predictable, it looks like. Castle seems to have a pretty solid read on where Superstriker wants to be and where they want to go, and that means they can set up these much larger pyro punishes to take stocks. Already 92% here. Even with that, the Flame Nova whiff, not punishable even with the spin dash there. Castle just taking their time, content to sit on this platform and wait it out. Homing attack, though, does give Superstriker a way in at that distance. This time, Castle waiting it out, not trying to dash in with the side B. The second one hits, forces the knockdown. No tech, but no follow-up. Castle just probing, trying to find the information to find the punish they need to make. That Nair is going to knock Superstriker up quite a bit, and the whiffed follow-up on the spin dash means that Castle does take game 1 of the bracket reset with the up air. And now we're starting to see things run a little bit more similarly to what we saw in the winner's final set, where Superstriker is just able to maintain, Superstriker is just unable to maintain a lead for any significant period of time, with Castle just, even when they lose control of the match, even when they do start to run a stock or a percentage deficit, able to read Superstriker's movement and find a huge punish to even things back up. So this is definitely looking like Castle maybe just was not quite at full strength for that first grand final set, but certainly is right now with the bracket and first place on the line. That means Castle will be making the bans here. We will be seeing Superstriker's stage choice here. We have traditionally seen Superstriker opt for those larger stages, those I'm sorry, not Battlefield. Battlefield's small. The Kalos, the town and city, the final destination. So don't be surprised if that's where we end up being. Let's see. Definitely thinking it out. This is absolutely the moment to think of every option you can. Really examine the details, because it's got to be all right options from here on. There's no more room for mistakes. The time for mistakes is over. Everything needs to be correct from here on. We are going to start this battle here in just a second and find out what stage we're going to for game 2. All right, game 2. Here we go. Back to PS2. Interesting choice, but you know, Castle played pretty strong on this before, so not the end of the world for them. And you know, Superstriker, I guess, just feels like they can make the adjustments here to take the win. And boom, look at that homing attack to set up for the back there. So much offstage pressure. I'm not sure if Castle can make it back. I think that switch probably needed to happen for any hope of recovering there, but instead just try to continue to air dodge in. Prominence Revolt not going to reach that ledge. Superstriker already with a full stock advantage, so has 0% taken and is now fairly effortlessly maneuvering around what Castle is trying to put out. Not going to be able to get around that side B though. This is Castle's chance to shine. Needs to find those big hits and needs to find them now, but Superstriker able to wiggle out and find another homing attack. We're right back off stage in the same situation as last time. And another stock. Superstriker now 2 stocks up. Not only do they show that they think they can make the adjustments to come back on PS2, Superstriker has made the adjustments to potentially 3 stock this game, to the point that Castle is switched into Mythra, which is something we do not see them generally play. It does seem to be working out though. Castle is finding way more hits here, racking up damage, switches into Pyra at just the right moment for the up smash. That's Pyra Mythra play. That is how you get the best of both worlds with those characters, and that's why you want to be using both of them. There's just so much they offer, and they complement each other so well. But now, Castle has to try to expand that into a solid 3 stocks in a row to take this game. Look at those forward airs, knocking Superstriker off stage. Oh, mispositioned with the Flame Nova just a little bit. Ended up off stage there. That does give Superstriker the opportunity. Doesn't capitalize the whiffed air dodge. Trades to a whiffed forward smash, and that does mean that Castle gets a chance to get back on stage. That could have just been the game right there. Castle, baiting out the grab. That is the plan by moving in during that. Trying to bait out the grab. The roll dodge this time was on time. That time, Superstriker opting to not even try for it, just getting out of the situation entirely. But Castle has to try to get back on stage here. Side B covering that distance for a little bit, but not by enough. Oh, it went so low, but Castle opting to swap to Mythra to recover there instead of trying to go low and recover with Prominence Revolt. Smart thinking, because Superstriker was absolutely ready for Castle to stay with Pyra. And Castle is looking for the big stock taking moves here. Is going to get hit with the get up attack there, but again, right now, Superstriker only getting nickels and dimes. Oh, as I said, never mind. There's a whole $1. The back air is going to land. No more edge trapping for Castle here. Superstriker is going to take game 2. Definitely saw Superstriker come online in a way stronger way that game 2 at the beginning. But I have to say, seeing Castle really start to play a significant chunk of the game as Mythra and find success, that could be the game changer. Castle was absolutely starting to work their way back into that game, but it just wasn't quite enough. And at the end of the day, the last few Pyro punishes that needed to happen just weren't there. But if we see that happen in a game where Castle is not already at a 2-stock disadvantage, that could spell doom for Superstriker. And it looks like we may just be running it back again for game 3. Yep, just going right back to PS2. Castle this time opting to swap right into Mythra off the start of the set. I think maybe that last game may have made something click here, and now Superstriker is going to have to learn how to deal with a whole new and faster character. One that can also still swap into Pyra for those huge punishes when it's time to try to find a kill or when you're in a compromising situation. Oh, the missed space on that. There was just a little bit more distance that needed to be traveled to land that down air. Castle, though, definitely playing the safe game here, just trying not to give up a whole lot of percentage for Sonic to make the aggressive plays. Even like to the point of holding shield quite a bit. Tries to dodge in or dash in to find the grab off homing attack, but Superstriker playing it super safe, fading out, jumping out of the way. Really holding on to the ground there, not giving Castle a chance to back down. One bad landing though. Castle has the dash attack. Wasn't quite enough to kill, but that was a scary situation for Castle to be in. They're going to have to really rethink that. But that, you know, just like that, they have rethought it, and they are getting the hits over, extending a little bit into the Mythra side B on the recovery. Big hit from Castle. Castle just playing the Mythra Pyra swaps really well this game. This is something that I have not seen from them. Maybe this is a recent adaptation, the result of some recent labbing, or maybe just the result of pure desperation versus a character where nothing else seems to be working. But in either case, it's looking really scary. Oh, trying to find that up tilt there. It has gotten to the point where Sonic is going to die to just about anything Pyra puts out, unless it's strictly center stage. But even finding that hit is going to be an uphill battle, the way Superstriker is playing right now. Castle has thrown out quite a few of those side Bs in a row to try to wall off space, to just try to catch Superstriker getting a little over-reliant on the spin dash in, but Superstriker just runs in for the grab instead, catching onto that shielding habit, and that spike is going to cost Castle that stock, meaning Superstriker does have a somewhat fragile lead, but a lead nonetheless, enough to definitely start playing that keep away game and playing as safe as possible, which is already what we're seeing. Castle, once again, trying to jump in and find the down air on the spin dash. We've seen that happen a couple of times, and it just does not seem to be working out here. They're just out of range to really make that punish. Percentage continuing to rack up on both parties, but at this point, the percentage racking up on Superstriker really doesn't matter all that much if nothing's going to kill. Oh, that side B, though, is going to, catching them at the ledge for a little bit too long. And at 160 or so, that is still going to kill. Now, Castle really finding an opening. A couple of solid up airs there, and we are back to something fairly even. The Nair able to punish the spin dash at that spacing this time from that platform. We've seen a couple of whiffs there, but this time Castle able to get in. Is going to get grabbed here. Castle trying to find that Prominence Revolt spike sort of deal there, but not quite in the right spot. Is going to switch to Mythra to make this recovery. Oh, but only just long enough to make the recovery. We're right back into Pyra here. Trying to navigate around Superstriker spin dashes and find those few moments of vulnerability, but that's just so much easier said than done. Look at that, the roll dash, back and forth, keeping Castle constantly trying to keep up. Castle able to get the grab at least. It's a lot of pressure. Follow up with the forward tilt, trying to find something to guard the ledge, but homing attack is going to let Superstriker back in, and that side B does not cover the ledge as well, I think, as Superstriker was hoping. Oh, lands on stage with the Mythra side B. That's dangerous. I think that was intended to click the ledge. Spring going to shut it down this time. And that was just enough distance to keep Castle from getting back. There just wasn't space. The spin dash now applying a lot of shield pressure as well, and Superstriker now with the one stock lead, pretty committed to playing safe. And at this point, we're down to 2 minutes left on the timer. I mean, we may, at this point, see that timeout situation happen if Castle doesn't start to play more aggressively or just start to find more openings. Superstriker doesn't seem to intend to do that. Seems to be perfectly fine with just waiting things out and forcing. Look at this, just standing completely still. Castle does not have that kind of time. He needs to be able to get in there and find this damage. At the same time, though, you need to do it carefully. That is a solid point because you cannot afford to give up a whole lot more percentage either. At this point, it is unlikely that the remaining 2 stocks of Superstriker get taken. So you need, unless you can force a lead. So you need to be able to find this stock without taking too much damage and then get that lead going. Superstriker, you know, looking for the forward smash on ledge is going to take a solid chunk of damage. That Prominence Revolt, though, is not going to click the ledge. Castle is going to SD there, and that's going to be game 3. Going over to Sonic, that gives Superstriker the 1 game lead here. They just need one more solid win to pull this off and take grand finals. But Castle, you know, had some moments of getting really, really close. Has a win in this set already. Definitely not out of the question here. And I gotta say, some of that Castle Mythra play was looking very, very strong. We don't see it seem to continue as the match goes on, but it definitely seems to be perhaps the option here. Players are deciding where they want to go for this last game here. Definitely unlikely to see the immediate run back to PS2 when there's the grand finals bracket is on the line. Thinking things out, taking their time. Definitely don't think we'll see the Lilat again. That was a stage that Castle counterpicked in the first grand final set. Did not work out super great for them. So I don't think we'll see that again. We're about to find out. Here we go, game 4 of grand finals. Superstriker versus Castle. Castle needs to win this one to keep it alive. Superstriker, if they can pull it off, they can take that first place prize home. And we are, in fact, going back to PS2. That is very, very interesting. All right. Once again, we're just seeing play slow down more and more here. Superstriker finding that footstool conversion off of the side B this time. That is a pretty sizable chunk of damage there. You know, it's usually measuring the game in the terms of percentage and even stocks is not always the most accurate way to show exactly how the game is going. But when you're playing against a character and a character like Sonic and a player like Superstriker that is willing to use those small leads to force you to approach, it's something you really do gotta consider. I mean, even with a small lead, Superstriker definitely seems comfortable moving away and forcing Castle to make the approach. Oh no, that was just enough though. Castle's still going to make it back. I was thinking that the air dodge to the spring might have been a little too much to make it through. Oh, the Prominence Revolt out of shield to punish Castle with the first stock this time. That does mean we're going to see Superstriker engage a little bit more, play a little bit faster, at least for the moment, but boom! One good interaction forces an air dodge back to the stage, and then forward smash to punish. And we're right back to even. Superstriker is right back into that comfortable situation. Look at that, not even approaching, even at even percentages. Even with not necessarily advantage. Maybe working against them there a little bit with the side B covering so much of that ledge, but you have to admire the patience and just the willingness to say, hey, you show me what you're going to do, and I'll show you how I'm going to beat it. Another big grab from Pyra. No follow-up there, though. Castle just trying to rack up as much damage as possible, but you really do need to be finding those hits off of those grabs and things like that against a character like Sonic. You cannot afford to let any amount of percentage slip away. Trying to bait out some kind of roll or something to find the forward smash. Sonic trying to find a big punish there because they stock, you know, there's two ways to get back in the lead. There is continue to find small chip damage interactions until the other person is just at a higher damage amount than you, or find a huge hit, take stock, and now you're stock up. One of them is safer, but results in a less stable lead. One of them takes a little more work, a little more elbow grease, but definitely results in a lead that you can work with for quite a bit. And Superstriker definitely looking for the latter where possible here, but Castle playing very, very safe. Another up B out of shield, but this time Superstriker ready with that air dodge to get out. Not going to lose another stock to that this time. Ooh, speaking of not losing another stock to it this time, these air dodges back to stage are starting to look kind of deadly. I'm not sure that Pyra is going to make it back there. Can Pyra even get past all the springs? Ah, but Superstriker went for this forward smash that time and did not quite connect. I'm kind of wondering if Pyra ever makes it through all that spring pressure if you just keep throwing them out there. Big grab from Superstriker. Oh no, the whiffed forward air is going to cost Superstriker that stock. Castle retaliating with the Nair that far up into the hitbox, that percentage, that is going to kill. And now it's Superstriker's opportunity to play the game here. Up B out of shield, another solid chunk of percentage there. These specials actually really starting to shut Sonic down. Superstriker now having to be a little bit more careful about what they throw on shield because that up B out of shield is punishing them for trying to go too crazy on shield. Wow, there we go, one more time. That dash into shield on the side B that I did not believe in earlier in the night, this time results in a whiffed grab with his standing dodge and a massive forward smash. Wow, we're going to game 5 here. Castle now evening the set up. It is 2-2 on the bracket reset. Both of these players are fighting for their lives right now. That you can absolutely see both of these players want this. They want this win. But we have to see who ultimately is going to come out victorious. If they slam it back to the PS2 again, I'm going to lose it. That would be beyond brave. Got a feeling that's not going to be the case. But then, you know, I thought that last game too. And I was wrong. So let's see here. All right. Game 5. Game 5 of the bracket reset here. This is so much stress. So much stress. Who is going to take it?
3, 2, 1.
Going to Town and City. We are seeing a change of venue here. So Superstriker getting to play a stage a little more comfortable with, but Castle already going off 47% racked up like that. Look at that damage. Superstriker trying to just get back onto the ledge. At spin dash at least does cover the platform and allow them to get back up, and now they're retaliating with some really big hits. Castle not afraid to throw out the Providence Revolt, just get out of that situation, and the raw up smash catching Superstriker's pressure. Superstriker taking a moment on the spawn platform there to think things out. Wow, right down. Providence Revolt to not even have to deal with the juggle situation. Just get me back to that ledge. I'm much more comfortable with that ledge than any kind of ledge guard situation. Castle is just going off right now. Superstriker not even able to establish the spin dash at the moment. Just unable to find a way out of the corner right now. Almost gets the roll right into the up smash, but it was just a little bit late there. Oh, look, as soon as even an advantage where the pressure is, Castle just throws the sword out, catches the option, and has a clean recovery. Oh no, this might be the trade though. Oh, the last hit. The last hit of that side B connected, and Castle now back. Oh my, the back air. Castle the 2-stock advantage. This is not where Superstriker wants to be. Even dips down onto the ledge there, holding shield for the entirety of that up smash. Just taking every possible punish, getting the most out of every interaction, is finally, never mind, still not dead, even with that up smash from Sonic landing. Holding shield for such a huge amount of time, and because of the layout of the platform, Superstriker can't just punish off of it. That back throw on that high platform on Town City, though, is absolutely going to result in a stock. I don't see this one going close to the timer as we saw in the previous couple of games. This is looking like it could close out any moment here the way Castle is playing. This pressure is really got Superstriker on the back foot. That roll dodge that is going to provide the opportunity for homing attack to land. Castle trying to find this last couple of hits, but Superstriker now able to establish the spin dashes, able to establish some damage in this neutral. The Flame Nova not going to hit. That is going to be a grab for Superstriker. Up on this platform too, you can lose that stock pretty early to some Sonic combos up there. It is a scary place to be. Castle navigating back down to center stage. Just does not want to be in an area where Superstriker is able to cheese out a quick kill. Wants to try to make Superstriker work for it as much as possible. Give as much time to rack up percentage. That side B is going to miss. Superstriker having the read there, jumping right over and then sharking with those back airs on that platform as it leaves, sending Castle out with it. We are down to 1 stock apiece. Superstriker could still turn this around. They've been much more in control these last couple of minutes here. Just a matter of if Castle can now counteract that control for long enough to find the last 1 or 2 hits that need to happen to make the stock, but Superstriker is just not leaving any openings here. It seems like every option they pick is correct. And Castle now kind of stuck up on this platform, doesn't have a good way to leave. The side B provides an opportunity for Superstriker to move in. Spin dashes coming so close to landing, you know, not a huge kill move on its own, but just anything that gives up percentage here for Castle is trouble. 91% apiece now means that one more good hit from Superstriker and they can begin to once again play that keep away game. And there it is, the forward air. Instead of opting for the forward smash on ledge, almost the Providence Revolt, if it had had just a little bit more range, that would have been the game, but it just didn't. Click ledge instead of exploding. Superstriker, oh, that shield is so small. Castle cannot shield another attack here. And Superstriker just navigating out of that. There's just millisecond and frame gaps in a couple of these spaces, but Superstriker navigating through it, not getting hit, punishing that hit on shield as well. Spring is set up. Oh no, Castle tried to extend so far. That jump is nailed, but the forward smash isn't dead yet, but the follow-up forward air is absolutely going to do it. Came down to a game 5 last hit situation in the bracket reset, but ultimately, despite being down by quite a bit on that final game, it is Superstriker who was able to run it back and take the full bracket reset and win the grand final set from